What if one day you woke up and realized you could never feel pain again? No matter what happens, no injuries, no burns, no cuts, nothing. Sounds like a superpower. Right, no more suffering, no more fear of getting hurt, complete freedom. But what if I told you that losing pain might be one of the most dangerous things that could ever happen to you? Because right now, as you're watching this, pain is constantly protecting you, warning you, guiding you, keeping you alive, but you don't even notice it until it's gone. Now imagine this. You wake up in the morning, stretch your body, everything feels normal, but then something strange happens. You accidentally hit your hand against something hard, and nothing, no reaction, no pain, just silence. And for a moment, you might think, this is amazing. But here's the question. If your body can't tell you something is wrong, how would you even know? Now imagine walking barefoot, stepping on something sharp, glass, metal, something that would normally make you jump instantly. But this time, you don't feel it. You keep walking, unaware, while your foot is slowly getting injured. And that's where the danger begins. Because pain isn't the problem. It's the signal. The warning system that tells you to stop. Now imagine going through your day. Everything feels easier. Nothing hurts. You feel unstoppable. But inside your body, damage is happening. Silently, slowly, and you don't even realize it. Now ask yourself, how many times has pain stopped you from making a bigger mistake? Touching something hot, pushing your body too far, ignoring an injury, because without pain, there are no limits. And without limits, there is no protection. Now imagine working out, lifting weights, pushing your muscles beyond their capacity. Normally, pain would tell you to stop, but now you keep going, tearing muscle fibers, damaging joints, and you don't feel a thing. And that might sound powerful, but it's actually dangerous because your body is breaking down and you have no idea. Now here's where it gets even more intense. Pain doesn't just protect your body, it protects your internal organs too. Now imagine something going wrong inside you, something serious, like an infection or organ damage. Normally, pain would alert you immediately, but now, there's nothing. No signal, no warning. And by the time you realize something is wrong, it might already be too late. Now think about that. Your body is literally being damaged, and you feel nothing. Now imagine accidentally burning your hand, touching something extremely hot, your skin getting damaged instantly, but you don't pull away because there's no pain, and that delay, that one moment, can cause serious injury. Now ask yourself, would you still want to live without pain? Because what feels like a superpower is actually removing your body's most important defense system. Now imagine going through life like this, day after day, slowly accumulating injuries, small at first, then bigger and bigger, until your body can't keep up anymore. And the scariest part is, you don't even notice it happening, because there's no pain to warn you. Now here's something even more disturbing. There are real people in the world who actually live like this, a rare condition where they cannot feel pain at all, and their lives are not easy. In fact, they are constantly in danger. Now imagine being a child, not understanding pain, touching fire, biting your own tongue, hurting yourself, again and again, because you don't know what pain feels like. And that's the reality. Pain isn't your enemy, it's your protection. And without it, survival becomes much harder than you think. And what happens next will completely change the way you see pain forever. Now imagine living like this, not for a day, not for a week, but for your entire life. Never feeling pain, ever. At first, it might still sound like a dream. No suffering, no discomfort. But the longer it continues, the more dangerous it becomes. Because now, the damage isn't occasional. It's constant. Now here's the question. How long can a human body survive without knowing when it's being hurt? Because the answer is, not as long as you think. Now imagine waking up one day and noticing something strange. your body feels weak, not because of pain, but because of accumulated damage, injuries that you never felt, wounds that never healed properly. And now, they're starting to affect you. Now think about this. Without pain, you don't rest when you should. You don't stop when you need to. You keep pushing until your body starts failing. Now imagine getting a serious injury, something that would normally send you straight to a hospital, but you ignore it because you don't feel anything. And that delay can turn a small problem into something life-threatening. Now here's where things get even darker. Your body starts to lose function. Slowly, your joints weaken, your muscles degrade, your coordination decreases, not because you're weak, but because you never knew when to stop. Now ask yourself, how would you protect yourself if your body never warned you about danger? Because pain is not just physical, it's psychological too. It teaches you what to avoid, what to fear, what to respect. And without it, you lose that learning system completely. Now imagine a world where you can't feel danger. You don't react fast enough. You don't avoid risks. You don't learn from mistakes. And that makes survival incredibly difficult. Now here's the most terrifying part. Even life-threatening conditions, like internal bleeding, infections, or organ failure, can go unnoticed because there's no pain to alert you. And by the time symptoms become visible, it might already be too late. Now think about that. Your body is literally shutting down, and you feel nothing. Now imagine the mental side of this. Living without pain doesn't just affect your body. It affects your mind, your emotions, your connection to reality, because pain is part of human experience. It teaches empathy, understanding, awareness, and without it, something feels missing, something feels incomplete. Now ask yourself, is a life without pain really a better life, or is it a more dangerous one? Because what seems like freedom is actually vulnerability. Now imagine being in a situation where everyone else reacts instantly to danger, but you don't, because you can't feel it. And that delay, that small difference, can change everything. Now here's the truth. Pain is not your enemy. It's your survival system, your warning signal, your protection. And without it, your body becomes fragile, exposed, and constantly at risk. And maybe that's the most powerful realization, that the thing you try to avoid the most is actually the thing keeping you alive. And once it's gone, survival becomes a game you're not designed to win.